What's good, guys? It's your boy TD. So, guys, we got a game tonight. So I said, why not? Let's go live again. Even though it's on a Tuesday, guys, I figured that I needed to go live. That way I can keep the questions coming. I know it's playoffs time. Y'all like the connection that we got as far as talking in the live. More than just doing a standalone video. So, guys, you got any questions, just go ahead and hit me up with. I appreciate the thumbs up, bruh. I see you got, as soon as you come in, you give me the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Yeah, guys, you come in the chat. Let me know you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Say, what's up, bruh? Let me know what's going on. Ray, what's good, bruh? Ryan, what's good? What's going on, guys? I'm glad you're here, man. Look, let's get, y'all ready for the night? Let me know what you need for the night win your fantasy leagues, or are you already in the playoffs? Let me know what's going on, guys. What's good, bruh? Sports book. Is that's your name, man? What's going on? I'm so glad y'all guys here, man. Y'all guys keep me motivated. I had a long week. A couple players that didn't hit. So y'all guys still showing me support. So I'm gonna keep doing videos. Ray So says best defense in week 16, Bucks or Houston. So let me check some out, bro, because I'm not gonna go. I want to say Bucks off Gates. But let me go look at Houston and the Eagles and see if they got like a great matchup. That's the only way I would tell you to play them, because the Bucks still don't suck. Yeah, they played the Kansas City Chiefs and Tyreek went stupid, but they don't suck. Spiets. So Spiets BK, is that okay? Is that how you pronounce it, bro? Spiets. So yeah, let me go look this up for you, Ray. So guys, y'all come in the chat, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. I appreciate everybody being here. Spots. Okay, spots. Okay, I got you, spots. So yeah, guys, y'all new in the chat, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, guys. I'm gonna give you cutting edge information here. We got a great community, guys. So let's go. Whatever questions you have, just put it in the chat, guys. I got every question. I'm gonna try to go an hour. It depends on the questions. So let me look at this defense real quick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry having this downtime right now. Okay. Okay, let me see what your boys got. So your question says, what defense in week 16? Okay, so I see that Cincinnati, that's not a bad matchup. They got J.J. Watt. So let me check to see who the Bucks got. And then the Eagles too. Okay. Okay, so the Eagles, let's go to the Eagles. They got Dallas. That's a rival game. So I'm going to say no to that for us right now, bro. So the Eagles got Dallas on week 16. And, okay, let me see something else. So, guys, I appreciate you being patient in the chat. I'm going to get to the questions. I got to make sure I get to this question, though, the right way. Okay. And then week 16, Detroit. Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to stay with Tampa. Now, Detroit do got a nice game trend. Matt Stafford is picking up. So if Matthew Stafford play these next few weeks, play really good, then maybe I would tell you to switch up on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and maybe go to the to Houston. But I like the Bucks right now, bro. Until Matthew Stafford show me they can do more. So I would say with the Bucks. They blitz a lot. They get into a lot of quarterback sacks. That's points, bro. So I would say the Bucks as right now, man. What's going on, Rex? Glad to see you here, bro. He said, I can't believe the Steelers lost to Washington and the Seahawks lost to the backup quarterback Giants. If Cowboys win this whole week, is a troll. Bruh, it's called the NFL. I get it. But the NFL, it stands for not for long. So if you undefeated, not for long. You the best quarterback in the league, not for long. So that's what I believe, bro. Anybody can beat anybody. So I never was on like the Steelers was gonna go undefeated. You never heard me say that. Like, oh yeah, the Steelers going undefeated, guys. Excuse me, guys. But they're a good team. They still can win the Super Bowl. But the NFC East is not the worst teams in the whole NFL. People think that. No, they not, guys. That's why you're gonna have to contend with the Giants or Washington in the playoffs. They not gonna be no easy out. They got good, especially with good coordinators. They got good coordinators for us offensively and defensively. They young. So I like them. That's why I told a lot of you, and I think I told you this, Ira, to pick up the Giants. The Giants got a nice defense. I told you they could stop a number one receiver. And they did. They held DK down. Ryan, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? He says, what two quarterbacks would you start week 14? Cousins, Hill, Stafford, or Carr? Okay. I don't know if Hill going to play, bro. Like, is Drew Brees not coming back? Do you know that for sure yet? So let me see something real quick, because I'm gonna do these questions detailed. I'm not just gonna give y'all any. I gotta look at the matchups. Okay. So let me look at these matchups real quick. Okay, so you said which two quarterbacks? Week 14. Okay. So actually, so Kirk Cousins, bro, is playing Tampa Bay. That's not a play that I would really like, man. That's a strong defense, bro. They blitzing. They stopped the run pretty good. I believe they will set out to stop Dalvin Cook. So that leaves Cousins. Cousins will be the guys to make the points, if you ask me, because they're gonna stop. They're gonna try to sell out to stop Dalvin Cook. That's what they do with Tampa Bay. They stop a lot of. They stopped Christian McCaffrey last year twice, so they can stop a good running back. But let me see who New Orleans has real quick. Okay, so week 14. Okay, so I like Taysom Hill, bro. If he plays, if he starts, I like that. He's they playing against Philly, bro. Philly defense is decent, but the offense is playing so bad. But with your boy coming back, Jalen Hurts, that's kind of putting them a little bit behind the like that's gonna make the offense better with Jalen Hurts coming in there. So I'm not just gonna tell you to target Philly because Philly's playing weak. Jalen Hurts can come back in there and that's gonna get that team a spike. So I will hold off on that. And you said Stafford or Carr. Okay. So Matthew Stafford, week 14. They're playing Green Bay. No, bro. I believe Stafford's gonna pick up. Everything's gonna get better for that team, but I'm not playing against Green Bay or Carr. Okay, that's the last one. Okay. Indianapolis, they playing. So Derek Carr is playing Indianapolis, bro. Okay. So man, I say Taysom Hill, bro, week 14. That's who you play. Now if Drew Brees come back, maybe you change it and go with Kirk Cousins, just because Kirk Cousins, they're gonna stop the run, so he's gonna be playing from behind. So that's more pass targets for Jefferson. Jefferson's been warming up. You see what he's doing. He's a number 3 receiver on the year, guys. Jefferson, the rookie from Minnesota, he's the number 3 receiver on the year. So they will be passing the ball around. So I say Hill, but if Hill doesn't play, if Brees plays, I'll play Kirk Cousins, bro. Spots, what's going on? Spot says he answered your question, bro. He said keep Kirk Cousins or try to get Drew Brees or Stafford or Rivers. Yes, I agree with those. Those are my streaming quarterbacks for this week, guys. So Stafford, Rivers, Brees. Spot says, should I keep Miami defense or play Panthers? Keep Miami defense. Keep those tandems, man. Keep them two corners. That helps. That's why they number one, like top against the pass. I don't know if they number one, but I know they top against the pass. Last time I looked, it was like a week ago. They was like top against the pass, man. So I love Miami. I'm not gonna go and stay with your defense if you trust it. If you start like trying to change them out every week, you will miss on a big boom game. What's good, Mr. Anderson? He says Landry versus the Ravens or Diggs versus the Steelers. I'm gonna say Diggs versus the Steelers. The corners is weak for Pittsburgh. They got a great pass rush, but not great corners. But they got a good safety, but that's not a corner. So I would say Diggs, bro. Good question. Ira says, yeah, I like the Giants, but someone picked them up. Thanks. Yeah, man, I feel you. But I remember I was telling you about the Giants. You like TD for the Giants week 15. It was one of those weeks. I was like, yeah, bro. That team, they playing great ball together. Guys, they rotating in the offensive line. Nobody never did that in the NFL, maybe in like in the last 20 to 30 years. Nobody rotate offensive line, but they doing it and it's working. Jay Fang, what's going on, Jay? He said, what's going on? He said, what's up, bro? He said, hey, you think Terry McLaurin going to bounce back this week? Yes, man. They was getting to him. Man, Terry's great, man. He's matchup proof. You can't sit him. You can't. I'm saying I'm not going to sit my guys like that. I've drafted those guys to play against tough matchups. So when you're in the playoffs, go with your bell cows. If you sit him and go with somebody else and they bust, you're gonna be you won't be able to sleep for 3 or 4 days because you lost on your fantasy league because you went to somebody that didn't even bring you there. Dance with the girl that brought you to the dance. What's good, Uzi? What's good, bruh? He says, how many standard points would you predict for J.K. Dobbins today? Standard points? At least 10. At least 10, bro. At least 10. He's also, Uzi says, Stafford been doing great since Patricia left. Yes, I told y'all. Yeah, he has. They need a new coach to come in there, man. It'll change the whole chemistry of the locker room. They'll be a good team. Go through the run game. Make Matthew Stafford play like he played at Georgia. Play action deep. Play action deep. Swift. Maybe another year with AP. But all this spread it out. They should trade Golladay. Trade Golladay, get you a first round pick, and then play with Marvin Jones and other guys. Like you got to trade something to get something. You remember when the Cowboys had Herschel Walker? People were like, no, build around Herschel. No, you don't build around that. He's already over the hill. Kenny Golladay is always already over the hill. So you don't build around that player because it's a gap. You got young players growing up. You got Golladay already getting injured. Trade him. Go get your receiver, a young receiver, and build around the run game with your offensive line, and that team will be good in 2 to 3 years. That's what I believe to do. So, yeah, man, that's a good comment, Uzi. Kurt, what's going on, Kurt? He says, hey, TD, Herbert or Tannehill for the playoffs? Bro, it's going to be edgy. I want to say, man, it's Tannehill. He has a nice playoff, but, he's feeding King Henry, too. So King Henry is the man on that offense. But, man, Herbert is a rookie. I don't think he's rattled. He's very sound. He's very ahead of his time. He's not going to be like, oh, my God, I played a bad game and play bad for the rest of the season. But if for safe play, I would say Tannehill. But to give you that boom for every week is Herbert. But if you just need a quarterback to give you at least 20 points, I would tell you to play Tannehill, bro. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Herbert going to have 40 points every game in the playoffs. He's not. But I believe if you need that boom, you play Herbert. It's all what you need, guys. That's why I don't tell each one of you the same thing. It depends on what you have on your team, what you need. Sometimes you just need a quarterback to be safe because you got boomers. You got the top tight end. You got Kelsey. You might have Tyree. You might have DK Metcalf. You might have Derrick Henry already. So why would you go and try to play Herbert? You just need somebody to, okay, a safe play, right? So that's why I would say, man, the safe play is Tannehill, but the boomer is Herbert. So it depends on what you want. IRA says Kenny Golladay or AJ Brown, week 15 to 16. Bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you AJ Brown because he's matchup proof. You play AJ Brown, and the matchups are weak for Tennessee. I know that. I didn't look all through that when I made my top 5 running backs for the playoffs and saying King Henry was that guy. So, guys, give me a thumbs up if you're in the chat. If you're new to the channel, guys, subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm gonna keep giving you cutting edge information. But yeah, man, I would play AJ Brown over Kenny Golladay, bro. But listen, that doesn't mean that Kenny Golladay ain't gonna outscore, but you gotta play like to make the right play. The right play don't always get the best results. That's how fantasy is, guys. You gotta be like, okay, I'm good with my lineup. Whatever happens, I don't care. I don't give a damn. That's how you got to be, guys. Once you make your decision, once you be like, okay, this is the best play for me, don't go back and play that hindsight stuff, because you always gonna be like, but what you got is you gonna be, guys. You can't play hindsight fantasy because everybody's a great hindsight fantasy player, right? RA says, should you sit James Robinson against the Ravens defense? No. That's the best play on that team. Now, if you got somebody else to go to, RA, like I'm pretty sure you tell me your backs. You got a killer backfield. You might have a better matchup, man. So I might say sit James Robinson just because you got a lot, man. You got some killers. What up, Marvin? What's good, bro? I'm glad to see you here, man. I appreciate y'all being here, man. Y'all faithful to the chat, man. Every time I do a live stream, y'all faithful in the chat. I appreciate it. Uzi says, Nelson. Yep. That's Nelson. Nelson's still the number 1 receiver. You ask me. Henry Ruggs just a deep threat. Nelson is the guy that goes between short routes, medium, and deep. Guys, I appreciate the thumbs up. Like the stream, everyone. That's my boy Uzi. He telling you, like the stream, everyone. RA says, low. I like that. I like that, bro. He said, Logan Thomas. Guys, I've been on him. So, I told a lot of people about Atkins, and he didn't hit this week. But I never told anybody to play Atkins over Logan if you already had Logan on your team. Now, if you had to pick up, I was saying pick up Atkins, because he's just a streamer. So, you might, if you ain't picked up Logan, you must didn't like him already. But if you had Logan, I love Logan. I told you had to be patient, guys. That's what fantasy is about. So imagine the guys just like made the playoff like 7-6, but his players are trending now. The first place and second place teams are scared because they got the old guys, the guys that was hitting early in the season. Now, guys like Logan Thomas, guys like, with Derrick Henry, he's been a play. But Antonio Gibson, he didn't play last night. Wayne Gallman, those guys are trending. That's why I tell y'all, game script and trending means more than anything. Game script and trending. So Logan is trending now. So like you said, bro, Logan. What's going on, Vander Man? What's good, bro? He said, what up, TD? Ryan says, what's going on, Ryan? I'm glad to see you here, man. I'm so glad you're here, bro. He says, start on Kareem Hunt. Is he still startable? It depends on what you got. That's why, guys, sometimes I'll tell you, like, the consultation is better. Because right now, I'm going to tell you, yeah, he's still a star. But what if you got Wayne Gallman that you've been benching and then you've been playing Kareem Hunt? And I know that's like a little bit vague, but you get what I'm saying? Guys, so it depends on what you got on your bench. Yes, Kareem Hunt is still startable. But Nick Chubb is booming. So if you got somebody else to go to, man, that's fine. But he's a flex option. He's not an RB2 anymore, not after these 2 or 3 game trends. So he's a flex. He's a star and the number one flex. But if you got another killer band, I would sit him. Matthew, what's going on, bro? He says, hey, TD. What's going on, Matthew? I'm glad to see you here, man. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate everybody being here, as always. My faithful guys. IRA says, can you trust Rojo in the playoffs? Yes, you can. Because what they do know, if Rojo booms, the team booms. Rojo is the key to this offense, guys. Just think about it. Not Antonio Brown, not Mike Evans, not even Tom Brady, not even Bruce Arians, not Byron Leftwich. It's Rojo. Rojo is the main guy for this offense. If he's hitting, they're gonna win. So once they establish the run, then they can give it to Mike Evans for a touchdown. Then they can pepper Antonio Brown. Then they can go to Cameron Bray. Then they can hit Rob down the middle. But if Rojo is struggling, the defense come closer. They can double team Mike. They can double team Godwin. They can do all different types of set because they're not worried about the run. So they don't worry about what the safety filling in the run lanes. The safeties can go to the side and double team the receivers on the outside or the slot receivers. So Rojo is the key. So I believe you trust Rojo. Don't worry about Fournette. You have to, you in the playoffs now, go with your guy. Rojo is the guy to play. If you don't hit, guys, you can't be upset unless you got somebody else better. You got King Henry, yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, you can trust them. All right. Stephen Wynn, what's going on, Stephen? Glad to see you here, man. Faithful guy, always in the chat. He says, what's up with Derrick Henry? Was it a game script that busted him last game against Cleveland? They got down. Yeah, a couple first downs he didn't pick up, but that doesn't matter, man. You got to play Derrick Henry. It was game script. So they got down. You down by 21 points. You can't give it to Derrick Henry on 1st and 10. You got to try to pass it. You can give it to Derrick Henry on like 2nd and 3 to get the first down so we can keep moving the sticks, but you can't give him on 1st down anymore. So if you're not running the ball on 1st downs, it probably takes 10 or 12 less runs of that game, maybe even more, because you're down 21 points. 14 points, you still can run the ball, but not 21 points. And they got down 21 points early, guys, like 1st quarter. So that's what is game script. But you don't bank on that. Not for the playoffs, not these matchups. They will try to get King Henry involved. And you got to do that yourself. You can't worry like if you got Derrick Henry, what you gonna set Derrick Henry and go get somebody else? Yeah, if you got a killer, if you got somebody else that's a top back like a Dalvin Cook or a Kamara, then yes, you can sit Derrick Henry. But if you don't got those 2 or 3 guys, don't sit them. Anthony Williams, what's going on, Anthony? I'm glad to see you here, bro. He says, what up, bro? He says, Herbert or Stafford in playoffs. The whole playoffs, I'm gonna go with Herbert, man. Listen, Stafford played 1 game. Does that mean anything as far as what Stafford gonna do in the playoffs? No, it doesn't. But I like Herbert, bro. And he's resilient. I believe he's resilient. I believe he's gonna be okay. He got Keenan Allen. He got Mike Williams. They didn't fire the coach, so you got to stay with Herbert. But you got to be able to move between the playoffs. If you in the playoffs and Herbert has a weak game the first week and you still win, then maybe you go to Stafford because you see a trend coming. Because they fired their coach and they played good. So that's a trend coming. So Herbert, I'll still play him until Stafford shows me he's the killer. Then I will put Stafford in maybe weeks 15. But first week I'm going with Herbert unless I hear something crazy. Unless Herbert is saying that he's struggling at practice or something like that, bro. Mr. Anderson, what's going on, bro? He says, looking like I got a 1st round bye. Congratulations, bro. And guys, Mr. Anderson bought a consultation from me, guys. He's in the playoffs. Y'all can ask him, hit him up in the chat and ask him how he done. That way y'all can gauge off, if it's worth getting a consultation. I think it was worth it. I'm pretty sure Mr. Anderson does too. And I appreciate his services, trusting me. But yeah, guys. So he says, looking like a 1st round bye, but my quarterback situation is shaky. How do you feel about Trubisky versus the Vikings? If you got to go to that, I would. But what about Jalen Hurts? I mean, maybe you trust Trubisky more than Jalen Hurts, but I don't know, man. It's Trubisky. So it ain't a terrible play because everybody's situation is different. So, man, you might have to go with Trubisky, bro. So that's nothing wrong with that, man. Because that's how you win. But I'm not sitting Herbert or anybody like that. But guys, it's your team. If you sometimes, I don't listen to what everybody told me. If I felt like a guy was going to play good and he was the second, like he was my second quarterback, then I do it. I don't care what the guy say. But you got to go with you got to realize if you don't hit, that's you. You know what I'm saying? So this is how this thing works out. But good question, Mr. Anderson. Isaac, what's going on, Isaac? What's going on, bro? He says, hey, what's up? He says, Pats D or Bills D? Pats D. Stephon Gilmore's back. They shut down corner. When you shut down, I'm sorry, that he's a shutdown corner. When you shut down a receiver on one side, that helps the whole defense play better. So Ira says, what's your plans to keep your videos alive after the fantasy football season? To give y'all players that I think are going to trend and far as when you're drafting, I'm going to give y'all some draft picks. And also, Ira, I'm going to do like interviews with guys that are like got young sons that are going to play football. I want to do things like that. I want to, like, the guys 13 years old. He's a phenomenon. I'm gonna do like interviews with those guys, with the father or the son, as long as it's, as long as the parents approve of it. I'm gonna do things with like DFS for his basketball. So y'all be expecting some basketball videos as far as DFS or just talking about what's going on in the season. And then, like I said, I'm gonna give you videos about fantasy football. Now, if y'all have advice, hit me up in my Gmail account, Ira, and let me know if anything else that you would need in the off season. Also, I'm gonna be working on my Patreon. That way, y'all can be able to come into the Patreon, and I'm gonna go live, every so often, and and I'm gonna talk about what's going on in the off season. Maybe might want to do a video on Terry McLaurin and break him away from college coming in and why he should be a top receiver coming off the board. Maybe not like, you let the draft fall to you don't got to take him in the first round because nobody else gonna do it. But maybe you take him early, like in the second round, because you like, okay, I believe him. He hasn't been hurt. I like his game trend. So if you got any advice, guys, anybody can hit me up at FantasyGoodeSports@gmail.com and give me any advice. I'm not above reproach. So great question. All right, great question. I wanted to talk about it, so I'm so glad you asked it, bro. Uzi says Ravens pulling off the W today. Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure about that. So if I had to bet money on them, I'm betting on the Ravens. Isaac says also for my RB2, Tevin Coleman, Damian Harris, or Benny Snell. They all kind of suck. Yeah, they do. But PPR, they really suck bad. But standard, Damian Harris is a great standard back. That's 10 points every week. 10 points every week. 10 points every week. Damian Harris is a great standard back. He should give you 10 points every week, bro. So that's what I would play. But if it's PPR, I still probably play Damian over those three guys. Spots, what's going on, bro? He says, play someone better over Hunt. He giving advice to somebody. He said, play someone better over Hunt. Got 6-8 points 3 weeks in a row since Chubb got back. He right about that. Mr. Anderson says, what's your thoughts on Benny fail? Bro, that you seen what happened? He had the touchdown in the green zone, but they stopped him. I can't. I'm not the offensive line, bro. I'm on the game script and give you the opportunities. He had the opportunities. Anthony McFarland didn't come in and try to take that. So it's Benny. So if you got somebody else to go to, you go to. But I'm not like Benny is like out of 32 running backs, he's like 29, 28. He's not, and he got Connor coming back and McFarland is rotating in. So yeah, Benny, he didn't play good, bro. Hey, Mr. Anderson, did Benny did he make you lose to knock you out of one of your playoffs? Let me know, bro, in the chat. But yeah, okay, so Anthony Williams says upside of Logan or Hawkinson. Both of them are equal. I'm not gonna give you one over the other one. Both of them are equal. Long as Matthew Stafford is playing and Alex Smith is playing, they equal, man. So if you got one of those, you're good. Clutch for what's going on, bro? Hey, man, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. I'm glad to see you here, bro. He says, Would I be good with Robert Woods and Adam Thielen and my wide receivers for playoffs, or should I upgrade? Well, you always trying to upgrade if there's something better out there, man. So something you don't never sit back, even if you got the number 1 and number 2 receiver. If somebody out there is the number 3 receiver, then you pick them up and drop the other receiver that you got on your bench. So are Woods and Adam Thielen good? Yes. Woods, can he be iffy per week to week? Yes, he can. Adam Thielen too. So none of these guys is really matchup proof. It's hard to really get a matchup proof receiver all the time. Like, it's just that guys are not a matchup proof. Like, even Tyreek Hill can't nobody guard him, but is he gonna give me 20 points every week? No, because game script can come in. So yeah, Adam Thielen is a great route runner. I can believe he can be any corner, but maybe they give it to Dalvin Cook and let him get all the green zone touches. Robert Woods, but what if they go to what if it's a Cooper Kupp game? But you don't worry about that. You go and see if there's anything else better. If there's some receivers better, then you go pick them up. If not, you good with what you got, bro. Uzi, what's going on? He says people need to stop panicking on Herbert. He played Belichick, who has a history of destroying rookie quarterbacks. I agree. And so yeah, guys, and he exactly right about that. I believe Herbert just played Belichick. Belichick is he got a great scheme. So if you're not a veteran, it's gonna be hard for you to beat his scheme. Yeah, you can play it. It's up to you. So Mr. Anderson says, MA, he says Hurts or Arizona. Man, yeah, you can play. I mean, Hurts versus Arizona. I'm sorry, guys. You can play them. It depends on what you trust, man. If you got, bro, it's edgy. If you don't want to go with Trubisky, that's fine. To me, if I had a good, solid team all the way through, I might go with Hurts because of his running upside. I know he can run for touchdowns, even against Arizona. But if I need a safe play, I just need points, and I got to, I just need a quarterback that's going to register at least 10 or 15 points, and now I'll play Trubisky. But Hurt has more upside, but he's risky. Ira says, I picked up someone else against Vikings D. They're going to shut it down. I picked up someone else against the Vikings D. They're going to shut it down. Okay. I guess you're saying that you picked them up. The Vikings D going to shut them down. I think that's what you mean. What's going on, Bernard? Hey, subscribe to the channel, man. If you're new, man, I appreciate it. I really do, bro. He said, who is the better star week 14? Josh Allen against Pittsburgh or Justin Herbert against Atlanta? Justin Herbert against Atlanta. Great question, guys. Great question, guys. Y'all paying attention to this question? Because I think that's going to be a lot for that's going to be a big debate for everybody. I like Justin Herbert against Atlanta over Josh Allen playing against Pittsburgh. Even though I know Josh Allen can get points, but his ceiling is not going to be as high as Justin Herbert against Atlanta. Atlanta corner is going to be hard for them to check Keenan Allen and that talent. Mike Williams too. Matthew says, "Yo, TD, he also had Big Ben, and I lost by 10. Okay. So yeah, bro, that's how it works sometimes, man. Mr. Anderson says, we will see tonight. I'm up 11 points versus Marquise Brown. Okay. Is that the guy? Is that the league that you got Benny Snell in? Clutchful says, what's going on, Clutchful? What's going on, man? I'm glad you're here. He says, appreciate you, big homie. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, man. Oh, okay. He said you didn't catch that Benny fail. No, I didn't, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. Because I'm just reading it, trying, make sure I read the question right, so I can't catch jokes like that. So, bro, I'm sorry, it went over my head. My bad. But yeah, that was crazy, bro. Okay, so that is the league that you got Benny fail in. That's what I'm gonna call him. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that, man. I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. But yeah, PJ, what's going on, man? You gotta be new, man. Hey, subscribe to the channel, bro. I'm gonna keep giving you cutting edge information, man. Give me a thumbs up button, guys. So glad you're here, PJ. He says J.K. Dobbins at Cleveland or T.Y. Hilton at Raiders. Say J.K. Dobbins at Cleveland. That's what I say, bro. Dookie Johnson. Uzi says Dookie Johnson. Oh Lord, Dookie Johnson. That's a good one. PJ again says, yes, sir. I am subbed and I like. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I really do, PJ. Kurt says another one, TD. Gasecki or Goddard. You good, man. Gasecki or Goddard. I'm gonna go Goddard. Even though I love Gasecki, and I talked a lot about Gasecki, but you know what, Goddard with Hurts coming in, that's gonna be his friend. I believe that with Hurts coming in, that's gonna be his friend, and Goddard should get some targets. Gasecki with Tua playing, I still like him, but I don't like him as much as Goddard. Goddard, the name value, you got to go with Goddard. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you to go to second because Goddard is the number one. I feel you with Zach Ertz though. I feel you that I know Zach Ertz can get some targets. So if you want to go with Gesicki, that's fine, man. It ain't like those are two terrible plays. It ain't like you can go with one or the other one and you killed yourself. I believe you go with Gesicki, that's fine. Me personally, I'm going with Goddard. But remember, me personally doesn't mean that's what you should do because my teams are different. I pick my teams different. So, but yeah, guys, okay. My defensive rookie of the year? That's tough, man. I haven't really thought about it. Uzi, your defensive rookie of the year. I haven't thought about it, man. Let me see. I don't know if I even can say Chase Young. You know, I ain't gonna be there, but let me look that up, man. Ask me that on another live stream, man. I gotta look that up. I'm not just gonna give a quick answer, but great question. Bernard, what's going on, Bernard? Man, glad to see you here, man. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Give me a thumbs up button, man. I appreciate you being here, man. He says, which team from NFC East do you think will put up the best fight in the playoffs? The Giants because of their defense. The Giants because of their defense. You talking about the fantasy playoffs, right? Let me know if you're talking about the fantasy playoffs or the NFL playoffs. But great question, bro. Either way. And either way, it's probably still the Giants. Because I love their defense, man. Their defense is strong. I love Bradbury out there locking down corners. NFL playoffs, I still like the Giants. I think that's a dangerous team. I think Joe Judge has put his imprint on this team because they're so young. So they actually are playing very hard and they together. That's dangerous. Uzi says next year the Giants will be a sleeper team if they draft well. Yes, I believe so too. Dave Getterman, which is the GM, he drafted him decent. He goes after certain players, and I respect him, man. He's a top 5 GM in the league. Yeah, they will get, and they're gonna get Saquon back too. So yeah, that's gonna help out. Saquon and Garmin will rotate in the beginning, and then once Saquon get going, then they'll probably be implementing Saquon. But I don't know if he's gonna get all the work next year by himself at any time. But eventually, at the end of the year, they should be, giving him a lot of the work. So yeah, guys, let me talk about some things that's going on with the game tonight. RA says anyone that's a must add this week? Yes. Cam Akers. I love Cam Akers. He's a must add because he's the number one running back on the Rams backfield, guys. So they giving him the work. Cam Akers. Jarvis Landry. I'm pretty sure he picked up in most of your leagues. Yeah, so those are two like must ads. But I got some other ads too, bro. And I'm gonna do videos, guys. Today I just with what's going on, I got so much stuff going on. I just came on done the live, but I got some videos coming for y'all. Some guys that I believe are going to be like good ads for you. Not for everybody because you might not need them, but I got some tight ends. Like I like Cole Kmet. Cole is nice. Jimmy Graham hasn't been getting that many catches lately. I also like Baker Mayfield. Maybe not next week against Baltimore, but Certainly after that, because he has a nice playoff schedule after Baltimore. And then Kiki, do you love me? Kiki, do you love me? Yes, I like Kiki. I didn't talk about him last week, and maybe I should have, guys. I should have. But I got plenty of receivers, and I just wasn't gonna go to a receiver and to replace Will Fuller's type work. It just didn't seem. I thought they were gonna spread it out between David Johnson. David Johnson didn't have any catches. I thought David Johnson would have 3 or 4 catches. I thought Duke Johnson would have some catches. Then I thought they would go to Atkins and then to Brandon Cooks, and then a little bit to Kiki. But no, Kiki got a lot of work. So Kiki is a must add too. So let me see what's going on. Uzi says Danny Down quarterback for fantasy next year. Yes, I think they need a better quarterback coach. I don't like Jason Garrett. When his first year, Danny Downs looked good. This year he looked like he's zeroed in on, but he don't want to make turnovers lately. So that's okay, but he's zeroed in on like one passer. And I mean one pass catcher. I don't like that. But yeah, he can be a sleeper next year. Maybe a guy that you don't even have to draft and you just can pick up off the waiver wires before the season starts. PJ says, do you like Alvin Kamara and Aaron Jones in fantasy playoffs? I like Alvin Kamara. I like Aaron Jones, but there are other guys that I believe that has better matchups and better game script than they do. But you can't sit these guys. So if you got Aaron Jones and Kamara, you play them, bro. You play them in the fantasy playoffs. So yeah, guys. So yeah, guys, y'all ever have any suggestions? Don't be scared to put them in the chat. Like I said, I'm not gonna get angry as long as you come respectful. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, hey, you good, Uzi? Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, man. You be safe. Yep. So guys, if I ain't got nobody else coming in or well, no new questions, guys, I guess we can go ahead and end this a little early. I appreciate the thumb. I got 14 thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. PJ says, see you too, bruh. Yep. I have homework to do. Okay. Thank you very much for the answering the questions, man. I will be back. Many more. Great. Yep. Appreciate it, bruh. You have a good day, man. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead. We only got 5 people in the chat. It seems ain't no more questions going on. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Y'all have a safe night. Watch this game tonight, guys. Let's enjoy it because football, fantasy almost over. We just gonna have to watch football after these playoffs. All right. All right, Ira, you be safe, bruh. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.